5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
All right. What we got going on here? What kind of craziness is this? Hey, everybody. Sitting here looking at it's 5:33. We're half past the hour. You're on Live with Neve. I'm just sitting here accidentally getting all these technical foibles out of the way. Today, we've been talking to a lot of folks in Nashville, and we're going to continue that. Hey, Toby, how are you? Toby's out on the West Coast. She's our girl in LA. So we're talking about Brad Howard, country music songwriter, singer, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring him on and just let him speak for himself. Hey, Brad, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
That's nice to meet you.
You too.
So tell me a little bit. What have you been up to lately with COVID and your songwriting career? Where are you at right now, and how'd you get here?
Well, I've been playing like every weekend and playing some during the week. Some ride arounds, doing some solo acoustic things. It's been a little bit harder to book the whole band scene right now with the COVID because of the social distancing, cannot have so many people at an event. So we're doing the best that we can do as musicians and artists to play as much as we can. So.
Do you have any particular songwriting partners that you have locally that you write with when you're like via the internet and that kind of thing?
Yes, I have a couple guys that I've written with that's been real good for me. A guy named Warren Garrett, which is also a country music artist as well, and a guy named Kevin Barton is a really good writer. I've wrote with him. He's had a couple of songs that actually was really big with the NSAA. The NSAI Songwriting Organization got nominated for awards. And I got a chance to write with Roy August, who wrote a #1 song for Oak Ridge Boys back in the day. And been able to write with a couple other hit songwriters. So
great.
It's been nice with Zoom and everything. We can still get on there and share ideas. So
right. So how long have you been doing this? Tell me about your life. How did you get to writing songs, and how long you've been doing it?
I started out actually singing in a small church, and the inspirational songs and things kind of, I think, helped me as I got older into country. I started listening to country music when I was a little kid because my dad was a big Merle Haggard fan, and the Don Williams and those artists back then, the Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson. And so that's where my love for country started. And then my first country album I got that was given to me for Christmas one year was a George Strait album. And then I fell in love with George Strait's music. And then I started getting out after I got out of high school. I started getting into doing more playing out in country, as I was still only 18, but I joined the military, and I joined the military at 18. Then I got out of active duty in around 2021. And
thank you for your service.
Yeah, and then I really started. Thank you, sir. After the military kind of put my career on hold, which I still serve some with it. I still serve in the National Guard, but I'm not doing the active duty thing anymore. Right. And I started really getting into pursuing songwriting, playing, I started honing in on my playing the guitar more or learning the guitar. And I started listening to a lot of the Hank Williams senior music and Willie Nelson, trying to learn like little things that they did with their lyrics that made their songs so good. And, and went from there. And then eventually I had an opportunity to move to Nashville, and I took advantage of it and moved here and just kept doing what I've been doing, playing music.
How long have you been living there? I didn't mean to interrupt.
11 years.
11 years. Well, good. You got legs now that you've been there. You're almost a native.
Yeah. Well, there's an old saying in Nashville that's it's called the 7-year it's called the 7-year plan or whatever, where it takes about 7 years to really establish yourself. And so I'm a little bit past 7 years, but I think that based on the style of music that I do, which is more traditional sounding, it's kind of a little bit more of an uphill climb, but I still enjoy it. So
right. Well, would you like to play a song for us?
Yes, I'd love to.
Oh, great. Well, okay. So tell us, what are you going to play for the people?
All right, I'm going to play a song that's really been good for me. I wrote with Warren Garrett, and it's actually been getting played on local radio stations, and it's called "Outlaws to the In-Laws," and I'll play that for you.
Okay, great. Heck, if you can, maybe angle your camera down a little bit so we can see your guitar.
Okay.
That would be great. All right, everybody. Here you are on Live with Neve. We have Brad Howard from Nashville. We're glad to have him here. We're approaching quarter till the hour.
I said, will you? She said yes, and picked out a little white dress. She said church steps. I said fine with that, and dusted off my cowboy hat. We said the day couldn't wait, so we just ran away. Settled for Courthouse Hall. Oh, and now I'm an outlaw to the in-laws. Well, her daddy started putting up posters that said, "Rain gold, redneck reward." Her mama started sending up prayers, begging mercy from the Lord. Well, I stole her away, but I ain't what they say. Didn't tire her and drag her off. Oh, but now I'm an outlaw to the in-laws. Well, I didn't mean to stir the pot when we took off and tied the knot. I tried calling, convincing, turning myself in. They want my head for just thinking a thought. And so now I'm an outlaw to the in-laws. Well, her daddy started putting up posters saying, "Rain gold, redneck gold." Her mama started sending up prayers, begging mercy from the Lord. Well, I stole her away, but I ain't what they say. Didn't tire her and drag her off. Oh, but now I'm an outlaw to the in-laws. Well, her daddy started putting up posters that said, "Rain gold, redneck reward." Her mama started sending up prayers, begging mercy from the Lord. Well, I may be crazy, but I'm just saying it was her idea all along. So now she's an outlaw to the in-laws. And I guess we're both outlaws to the in-laws.
All right. That was a lot of fun. That was really great. Okay, everybody's felt that way a time or two about it. Is that just a great song or what? What do you think, Julie?
It was hilarious.
Man, if that isn't a hit, it has to be. That is just a great song. I mean, I'm just cracking up. Just put a smile on my face today. Great lyrics. Reminds me of something Lyle Lovett would write. I've got to tell you, that was cool. Well, listen, we're going to run to a break real quick. We'll have you back on. Can you play a couple more songs for us?
Yeah, sure, I will.
All right. Well, you can't. That was great, man. I'm going to let you play rather than me talk a little bit. Hell, we'll be right back. We'll see you in a minute.
For bonus content, extras, and all sorts of cool goodies, become a patron. Go to Patreon. Live with Neve.
All right. How's everybody doing? We're coming up on quarter to the hour here live with Neve, and we've got Brad Howard on just playing a great song. I have to tell you, brought a smile to my face on that one. So we're going to have him back on. Brad's a singer-songwriter out of Nashville. Hey, man.
Hey.
I'm glad. I got to tell you, that was such a great song. I can't imagine what else you've got. Tell me, how many songs you got written right now that you're working on your next project?
I've got a bunch of songs that I want to record, but we can only put so many on an album.
Right.
But I'd say I've written 200 to 300 songs or more.
Great. Mm-hmm.
But I've got that one was recorded last year,
Mm-hmm.
or actually a few months before the March, when COVID hit.
Okay.
And I'm looking at recording some more songs, and hopefully I'll be able to do I would like to do a full CD, but
Mm-hmm.
being an indie artist, sometimes with the expenses and stuff involved, sometimes it's better to do. It's cheaper in the long run to do like an EP album and try to release a couple off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at this year recording some more new material. So
great. Now, is that song you just played? Is that available on your collection of recorded things already?
Yes, it is. It can actually it's on Spotify and iTunes and all that.
Okay, great.
So
great. Do you find that most of your songs, are they autobiographical, or are they, if they have a sense of humor, do they just come naturally, or do you just have a good general funny sense of humor at the world and they just pop into the songs?
Well, actually, that song is based on a true story
Mm-hmm.
with me and my wife, how we got married. But
Okay.
there's actually some songs that I write that I've never actually. I write some stuff I've never experienced it, but maybe I've envisioned other people experiencing, or I've talked to other people that's experienced it, and I write
Mm-hmm.
from their story.
Right.
But a lot of my stuff is stuff that I've experienced, and I just write about it. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. However it comes out of anybody who writes, sometimes you just turn it on and it works. Everybody seems to have their own key to the spigot, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, hell, let's play some more music. Why don't you, if you would?
Okay, you got a preference of slow, fast, or just?
Hell, how about this? We'll take, it's like country and western. We'll take both. How about a little of both? We'll start slow and then end on a crescendo. All right. Okay, guys. Brad Howard, we're going to be playing either a slow or a fast song. One first, who knows? Roll the dice. You just never know.
This song is called Photographic Memory, and it's a big song for me here. I've got this photographic memory welded in my mind. Well, it takes me back to April 5th, with 1999. Well, you were standing on the front porch with a suitcase to the right, and as you bent to pick it up, you said the word goodbye. And this photographic memory is like a sharp blade. It cuts right to the heart. I feel it every day. And girl, I'll give you credit for this absolute one truth. I'll never lose this photographic memory of you. Well, and this photographic memory, well, it always lets me see well, your broken smile and give up eyes, and your makeup smeared cheeks, and your tears are dripping on the porch like a 5-year-old leaf. And then I followed you to your car, and I sadly watched you leave. And this photographic memory, it's like a sharpened blade. It cuts right to the heart. I feel it every day. And girl, I'll give you credit for this absolute one truth. I'll never lose this photographic memory of you. I'll never lose this photographic memory of you.
All right, that's a very nice song.
Thank you.
That's another great song. Yeah, you really have great lyrics.
Thank you.
Very fun songwriting. Well, so, now I guess you got us where we were kind of crying in our beer a little bit, but heck, you're going to rock things up, or you have some friends here. I see you have Jerry, and Toby says hello. Jerry Willis, is he a friend of yours?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, Jerry, how you doing, my friend? We're glad to have you here. Thanks for showing up. Let's see. We've got okay, well, not too many comments, but I'm just going to make the comment. That was a great tune. How'd that one come about? Just is that another autobiographical?
That's actually one of my older ones I wrote. I wrote that one by myself. Basically, that was just from life experiences, breakups and stuff that's happened over my years, and I just sat down and wrote it. And it is kind of one of those sad songs. And usually when I do that, when I have to follow it up with a real blasting upbeat, but that is one of my favorite songs to do a lot of times, because it's I think it hits home a lot with me from things I've went through over the years, so. Sure.
Well, I think everybody can find a part of their life that's a good thing about a good song. It means a lot of things to many people. I say, we're like cheap therapists for people sitting at home.
Yeah.
A lot of folks can really find something good in a song to make their day. So since we've gone from a sad song, what are we going to do next?
Well, I'm going to do you a fast song here. This will be a good one. That it's called "Crazy Hearts." And
all right, well, great. Here we are live with Neve with Brad Howard.
Crazy hearts do crazy things. Well, they free fall without wings. There's a woman dressed up so rich in a tavern with some country hits, falling for the man who makes the shine before the dawn. She could be his wife, but crazy hearts do crazy things. They free fall without wings. It don't make sense, but it feels so right. Crazy hearts are loose tonight. Well, there's a man with a cheap stare, ring on his hand, and slick back hair. He hides that band, then makes his move, risking all he has to lose. Crazy hearts do crazy things. They free fall without wings. It don't make sense, but it feels so right. Crazy hearts are loose tonight. Crazy hearts are loose tonight.
All right, everybody. We're having a good time here tonight. We have Brad Howard on with us. He's coming from Nashville, and I have to say he's played some great songs with us tonight. Brad, don't be a stranger, because we'd really like to have you back some other time too. You got some great songs. Let's remind everybody before we go out, where can everybody get your stuff? All the usual locations, I'm assuming. Spotify, all that good stuff.
Yes, Spotify, iTunes. You can also find me on my website's bradhowardmusic.com.
Okay.
You can find out stuff like, just news and stuff going on. And there's actually, you can go into my website and purchase and click on any of my songs that's on Spotify. And there's like a bio on there and stuff. And then we have, there's a website called I2I Records, which is the letter I, the number 2, and the letter I, and then records.com. Mm-hmm. And they actually have a lot of good country music on there as well. And and of course, I'm always on Facebook and other avenues so people can find me.
Well, excellent. I just wrote that name down. I'm not familiar with that company. We'll have to take a look into it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're really glad to have you on. You sound great. I like your songs, and I think you'll have a lot of promise going forward. I can see a lot of people liking these songs. They're well done, and you sing it good with just a guitar, and you're sitting here. You look like you've been working today, and you just have to come in and knock it out, and you did a fine job. Thanks for being on with us.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, everybody. Go ahead. Anything else you want to say before we go?
No, I just want to thank you for letting me be on the show. And I always tell people, people that love country music, just keep it going. Let people know, just promote.
Sure.
Basically support the musicians and artists as much as you can through this rough time. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, look, you have a new fan. Toby was so kind. She put up your info here. Toby, you are the best. I've just got to say thank you, and we'll see you soon. Live with Neve. We are out of here. It's the top of the hour. We will be back at 7, I think. I think we're back at 7. Okay.
Questions, comments, click on the chat box.